So today we'll be doing this Shades of Pink setup for a 50th birthday. But before we jump into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, guys. Alright guys, so for this setup, I am actually working on those metal frames with the covers. And I was working with an event planner, and last minute it was actually supposed to be on like a wooden backdrop, like one of those 3D ridge ones, and then last minute she ended up changing. And I can't lie, I was a bit sad because you just know when something is going to hit and then you get like a change of plans, and it's not always sometimes better than what the original plans was. So this kind of how I felt. Like the other backdrop just would have been a little bit better, a little bit better than working on these are not a fan of me. I mean, I'm not a fan of them, and probably vice versa, I don't know. But and then the color palette was so good, but the lighting in the room was like so much like yellow tone, you couldn't really see too much of it. But this is what we were working with, and sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm building and I'm using the cluster and quad method to go to the next color. I definitely use that method a lot when I'm working with more than 4 colors, and depending on the how big the size of the garland I'm doing. So if I was doing like a 40-foot garland, then it usually will be like 2 clusters of the same color and then a quad added where I need it. But if I'm just doing a smaller garland to get to fit the colors in and to blend as what I like to do, I use the cluster and quad method. And I'm tying everything neck to neck. Sometimes I forget to mention it. I tie all my clusters and quads. Everything are tied neck to neck. If I cannot tie it neck to neck because I don't have no necks, or it's just too tough and I don't feel like playing around with it too much, then I will grab a 260 when I can, where I need it. So I'll grab a 260 and just tie it around the balloon and loop it in, kind of thing. And you guys, you'll see me do this a lot, and I urge everyone to do it while I'm building. Sometimes I'll just place something in a place where I think I may like it, and then I step back and see what it looks like, and then I'll go back and actually add it. And granted, we don't always have the time to do it, but it's worth squeezing in that minute. It's not even a minute, it's like 20 seconds. You put something there and step away and look at it and see how you like it, kind of thing. So it don't even take that long. Literally, that takes like 15 seconds. I mean, it's sped up a little bit, but it literally takes like 15-20 seconds to do it. It really helps because at the end, you don't want you build this whole garland and then you at the end taking a photo and you don't like where something is positioned. And of course, it may still end up being that way because we just creative people and we just may not like everything, of course. But it helps a lot during the process when you are stepping back and looking. And it don't have to be at every single moment, but at some key points. Like for me, I do it more when I'm kind of closing out the garland. Like the base is not really my concern because I know, okay, I need the balloons there. It's more so the shaping part is where I start stepping back once I start getting close to the edge and the shape and how it starts to look. That's when I start to step back and look how it's coming along and how the shape is looking. And we were working at a restaurant, Maggiano's, if you heard of it. I believe it's Italian. Yeah, I think it's an Italian restaurant. Pasta, stuff like that. So they actually had a area, of course, where you can do events and stuff like that. And they draped the whole area. So I don't know if I end up getting anything with the guy doing the draping. You may, if you look between in the window, you'll see somebody like putting up poles and stuff over there. But they draped the whole area, which is another thing. I'm like, these backdrops, it just blended with the draping in the back too, and it was just no contrast. It just kind of flush because the draping was all ivory, so it wasn't like at least the original backdrop we was going to use. I think it was still like a new color, or maybe it was the ridge ones, but because it had the texture, it would have gave some dimension to the setup and not just plain material backdrop, and it kind of being flesh with draping that's going in the bag, and the draping was beautiful. It definitely transformed any room. So sometimes you just want the aesthetics to match. For me, the covers backdrop, it just doesn't hit like a wood backdrop would. I don't know. Yeah. That's just in my opinion, you guys. But you guys know I'm picky, so don't, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me too much. But I'm adding on the 5 inches now. I was pretty much, I think I end up tweaking some parts maybe off camera, but for the most part, I'm just adding my 5 inches. And I will leave the link for the colors in the description box. I know I use the Crystal Magenta by Tough Text. I use Hot Pink. I use Cameo, which all Tough Text. And then I use the Satin Pearl, and I stuffed it with a pink, and that was by Simple Text. But the other 3 colors are all Tough Text, actually. Yeah, so not too bad. And I'm just adding my 5 inches, finishing it out. Honestly, I think I would have done a different design. The video is almost over, but I think I would have done a different design. Yeah, I don't know. It was still nice. I think I still post this though. At this point, I'm just like, okay, it's nice enough to post. I gotta get out my feelings and just, yeah, it's content still. So post. But this is the final setup, you guys. This is how everything came out. The lighting got a little better. I think I had my version on. But as you can see, that draping in the back, it ain't really much difference. But all right, see you guys in the next one. Bye.